Hey, Dirt Farmer Jay here from dirtfarmerjay.com. I have a beautiful specimen tree you gotta consider adding to your yardscape. Stay tuned and I'll tell you all about it. Hey, Dirt Farmer Jay here from dirtfarmerjay.com. We have a great specimen tree that we became aware of when our good friends Pete and Sandy gave us one of these trees after we saw it in their yard here in the Mountain West of the United States. Now, what is it? It's called the golden chain tree, and you can see why it is called that. This tree, its botanical name is a Laburnum, and this particular cultivar, which is short for cultivated variety, is a Vassii, spelled V-A-S-S-I-I. Now, this is a hybrid tree. These trees were originally grown or came from Southern Europe, and they do fine, in most of the zones 5 to 9. If you're in a 5 zone, you want to plant it in full sun or mostly sunny. If you're in zone 9, where it's much warmer, and that's about the southern range it can reach, you want to put it in a partial sun. And this tree, because it is a specimen tree and it is not just super robust, certainly does benefit by giving it some sheltered position. Now, where we are here, the only shelter it's getting, it's somewhat by our house, and so that protects it from some of the winds. But this is a great patio tree, and it'll help it also with some of the winter that happens on further north when snow loads hit it and that sort of thing. So far, we've been doing very well with it. Now, this tree does not like soggy feet. It needs to be somewhat well drained. So where we are, we have a high amount of clay. And so what you need to do is continually put organic material. We recently had sidewalks done right here. There was construction debris down by it. And if you look down at the base of the tree, you can kind of see right now, this needs to get redone because we just cleaned all this off. And how we're going to take care of that is take off some of that soil, put a lot of compost, and we'll continue to do that. That does a couple things. It fertilizes the tree, it moderates the soil temperature, suppresses weeds, and keeps the moisture more even, and the tree loves it. Now, this tree is going to grow to be about 15 to 20 foot tall and probably just as wide. And like any plant like this or tree, it is going to benefit by doing some light pruning. So where you get a lot of ingrown stuff or cross branching, it pays to trim some of this out and open it up a little bit. Now, as far as these racemes here, right here, these long bloom clusters, this is a juvenile tree. So this was planted, Dirt Farmer Maggie, it was probably a couple years ago. Is that right? 2 years ago. And it was probably about this tall when we did so. And you can see that it's added approximately 4 foot up at the main leader here on the tree. And so this grows relatively fast, okay? So it grows quickly. It's kind of nondescript though, other than look at this. When this blooms, here it is, early to mid-spring, and these will last approximately 2 to 4 weeks. Now, they are somewhat, persnickety, if that's a good word, in that if it gets real cold, these will shrink back pretty quickly and be done. If it gets really hot and dry, they're also going to fade in color. They'll lose that light, brilliant color here, and it'll kind of go to a dull, almost whitish yellow. But during the time they're in this stage, wow, they're really worth it, and this is a showstopper. Everybody that comes by and sees us, and we just had it with our dear friends Bill and Sylvia, that stopped by yesterday and said, what is that tree out by your front yard? So this is a great tree for you to consider. It's a reasonable price tree, and you can get it at your favorite garden center, nursery center. Take good care of it. It'll take good care of you. And during the time that it is not blooming like this, you can see it's just a pleasant looking tree. It's certainly not a showstopper on its own, but it certainly doesn't detract from your landscape, your yardscape at all either. We think you're really going to enjoy it. Consider planting it. If you've got a favorite variety of tree or specimen tree or something you found to be foundational to your yardscape, and you'd like to share it with us or with your fellow viewers, won't you do so in the comment section below? And if we use your idea for an upcoming video, we'll be sure to give you credit for it. If you found this video to be helpful, won't you like it? And even better yet, what really helps us put out great content like this, if you like the video, and then ring the bell so whenever we produce a video, you get immediate indication that we put a video up. Hey, thanks for stopping by today. Give it a try. Tell us what you think. Until the next time, this is Dirt Farmer Jay from dirtfarmerjay.com.